This is Real Retirees Uncut. No filters, no scripts, just conversations about what retirement really looks like. So let's meet today's retiree. Sir, give me your name, your age, and where you're from.
Yeah, my name is Michael. I'm from, actually, I live in Hawaii, but I travel to North Carolina. This is where my second home is located.
Okay, when did you retire and from what career?
I was in the Army 20 years, and I retired back in 1997. And after that, I worked for a construction company for 10 years and nonprofit organization for another 10 years. And I finally retired at age 63 completely.
Okay. Well, now that you're retired, what does a typical day for you look like?
Now, I spend most of my time like to travel.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm home, in Hawaii, it's a condominium. So, but here in North Carolina, it's a home. And I like to work on my yard, doing those things on a routinely basis. That keeps me occupied when I'm home. I like to fix houses, work on my car and things like that. But my majority of the time I like to do is travel
Mm-hmm.
because the old saying goes, when you're young, there's a lot of things you can do, but at that time you don't have the money. When you're financially stable and have enough money, then at that time your body can't take it. So you can't do all the things you want to do. I don't want to be uh, old enough where go traveling somewhere and sleeping in a van, on the buses. I like to do things when I'm still young. So my advice would be is, if you can, do the things what you want to do now instead of later. If you chase after the money, you'll do that until your day you die. And that's my philosophy. So,
So when you are at home, give me a quick rundown of your daily routine. You get up in the morning and take me from there.
oh yeah, I get up in the morning, real early in the morning. My wife and I, we go walking for about 4 miles a day. And once we come back, I normally go out my yard and do some yard work, cut some branches, cut grasses, those kind of things. And then when that thing is done, it's normally about 10ish around there, take a shower, get ready. Then my wife also like to get out. So we go out anywhere. It doesn't matter if you go Costco, Sam's, you know, uh, TJ Maxx, whatever. She needs to get out. So we go out, we walk around, we look at things, we shop. Then lunchtime, we go out for lunch. Every other day, we go out to eat, and every other day, we eat at home. So
What do you enjoy most since you've retired?
traveling.
Traveling. I
Yeah.
heard you say that. So about how often do you go?
I travel about every 2 months,
And this is international travel or just
both.
okay?
I go to Hawaii, then I come to North Carolina. I come to North Carolina for the muscadine wine, muscadine grapes at the September time period. So I'm always here for that. Then I go to Korea. Then I go to Guam. Because my Guam is my brother's at. Korea, I go there because I'm originally from Korea. I was adopted from there, a child. So I still go back there and spend about 3, 4 months out of a year there.
You sound like you have a lot of freedom to do that. When you were working and as you were approaching retirement, what was your strategy for saving?
Actually, like most people, I did not really have a plan that says, I wanted to hit this much money, or the only plan I had was I wanted my house paid off, I wanted my car to pay it off, and I wanted to have zero bill when I retired, which I almost achieved it until I bought the house in Hawaii condominium, and then I had been a mortgage for another 5 years when I finally paid it off.
Okay. Um, so now that you're retired, what do you use as sources of income?
My retirement from military and Social Security,
Mhm.
and little investment on stocks and things like that.
Okay. And you were in the stock market for a good while?
Yeah, and I didn't, so far, I didn't make any money off of it. I'm still in it.
Uh-huh.
It's something hobby more
Okay.
than making money.
I heard you mention Social Security. So What age did you take it, and why did you choose that particular age as opposed to waiting?
Waiting longer.
Mm-hmm.
I think when I retired at 63, I had to wait till I'm 65 before I start claiming it.
Mm-hmm.
So I could have gotten earlier, I could have gotten later, but to me, it just seems more sense to, get it at the midpoint. So at least that way, you're covered when you got to pay your Medicare and all the other stuff that goes with it. Plus, financially, it was feasible.
Okay. Since you have retired, has there been any major challenges or any surprises that you didn't expect?
Not really. I think financially it was okay. Another thing you have to keep in mind is when you're retired, you got to stay active. Number one thing is you got to be physically fit. If you don't take care of yourself as number one, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it ain't gonna work.
Okay. What do you consider retirement success?
One, physically fit, enough money just to be medium, not rich. Because if you have too much money, you spend too much time and effort trying to keep it. Okay, I think that having the money you have, spend the money you have to the max while you will have it.
Okay. If you had to go back and do it all over again, is there anything that you would do differently as you approach retirement and as you plan for retirement?
Probably, I would have maybe saved more money, so you have at least enough money in saving for emergency. God, knock on wood, I haven't had any emergency where I needed to, get large sum of money out to take care of it. But all in all, for average person to be on a safe side, save much as you can when you're younger, because most time the problem with a lot of people is when you get raised, you spend what you make. If you don't save after you retire, you don't have anything to fall back to. That could come back to haunt you.
And is there any additional advice that you would give to someone that's maybe a year to 5 years from retirement, something that we may not have covered already?
Yeah. Now, I think save, try to be debt free, okay, and be physically fit.
Okay. All right. Well, I thank you very much for your time. Please like, share, and subscribe.